Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast. I apologize, none of this video is late getting posted, but we are covering the Lionsgate energy, and this is going to be energy that's going to be around for a while, so it's still relevant. At the end, I'm going to pull cards from this deck for love and romance, since I am behind and I haven't had the August love readings posted yet. You guys let me know if you like that format to have a little weekly love reading at the end, or if you prefer to have love videos separate once a month only. Okay, so as always here on the channel, majority rules. We'll see what you guys decide. Let's get into what's coming up with the Lionsgate energy for Capricorn sun, moon, and rising in the week ahead. And obviously we're going to set the intention when we do the love cards to include Capricorn Venus, but this first part here is not necessarily love and romance. First card coming up here is the Empress. Some of you could be dealing with feminine, Libra, or Taurus energy. If you have Libra or Taurus trait placements, there could be creativity or creative influences coming up in that area of your life. Or your creativity may be influencing those areas of your life. However, the Empress card is a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards are going to come up when we're at a significant crossroads, where it is significant new beginning. There's some significant change happening for us. And the Empress is a very fertile, abundant, successful energy. Okay, traditionally it's associated with fertility, motherhood, pregnancy, and that can be the case for some of you. Some of you may be manifesting having children. Some of you may be connecting with your maternal energies, or healing issues or conflicts from your maternal relationships, or your relationships with your mother or mother figures. This could also sometimes be messages coming in from a female energy who has passed on, watching over, helping, guiding. This is also divine feminine energy as well. Okay, this is a general reading, so there's many different layers to this card, and you guys may be experiencing it in different ways. The overall vibe and the feeling I'm getting from this card is like this gentleness, this soothing energy, this comforting energy. Some of you may be healing the relationships that you have with women through a connection with a woman who has a very maternal energy to her. Okay, and this might be somebody who's coming in and teaching you to just be still and just be in the moment. And this could be a very reassuring, very soothing person. Okay, some of you might be very sentimental, thinking back up to your childhood and the relationship that you had with your mother or mother figure. I feel like there's something healing here, some kind of inner child healing here happening for a lot of you. The next card coming in here, Capricorn, is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is another self-employment card for me. Okay, so some of you might be having some ideas. You might be coming into a very inspired mindset of things you're wanting to put out there, and then Three of Wands is actually putting that out there, actually putting it out into the universe. Okay, even if you're not doing something in terms of self-employment, Three of Wands tells us we've seen the truth, we've been enlightened, and we can't unsee what we've seen, and there's nowhere to go but forward. We can't go backwards. We've come too far to give up now. There's nowhere to go but to move forward. Typically, the Three of Wands lets us know that as we're moving forward, it's going to have a positive return for us. Good things are going to be happening for us. Okay? So we don't have to be scared. We don't have to be worried, right? We just have to kind of put ourselves out there. So a lot of you are maybe kind of coming out of your shell, presenting yourself, putting yourself out there. You may be putting out an idea or invention or creation or product out there into the world and having positive returns coming in. Okay, another thing I feel here about the Three of Wands is I feel that a lot of you are coming into this energy of surrender, and this is going to be the key to your success. What do I mean by this? When we surrender is we do the absolute utmost that we can for a situation. We do everything that we can. We do everything that's in our power to bless it, to guide it along, and to make it successful. But we surrender it in the sense that we're like, okay, well, I've done my best. I've done all that I can. The rest is up to the universe. The rest is up to God. The rest is up to, whatever may come. We don't get too attached to it. We don't hold on to it emotionally. And I feel as you're manifesting this balance of surrender, you're going to see things manifesting a lot more quickly, because you're not going into things as emotionally charged or as emotionally invested as you may have in the past. You're no longer allowing these things to show like to be a measure of your worth, right? You're not looking at it as a way to validate yourself or to measure your worth. You're just doing your best. You're putting it out there. You're surrendering it. And this is what's ultimately bringing the success, is because you're stepping into that universal flow. You're not going into it with attachment. You're not going into it with fear. You're going into it with openness. And this is giving it room to really flourish and to grow and to produce profit for you. Your next card coming in here, Capricorn, is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles also came up for Gemini in the previous reading, but it came up for them in terms of love and romance. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, okay? Not necessarily, but you could be, okay? Two of Pentacles here can be that we feel very overwhelmed. We have a lot going on, lots and lots of busy work, and we might not be having a lot of fun. And so the Two of Pentacles says that a key to success here is to try to bring fun into the situation. Try to bring lighter energy here into the situation. I know Two of Pentacles because a lot of people watch tarot for love and romance. Unfortunately, Two of Pentacles has gotten this bad rap that if we see Two of Pentacles, then it must mean somebody is cheating or somebody is being unfaithful. Now, that can be the message sometimes. I'm not going to say it's never the case. It depends on the energy coming in the reading and the other cards. But it doesn't automatically mean every time it comes up, oh my gosh, someone's cheating, right? These cards have many layers. And so traditionally, this is going to be a lot going on. Feeling flustered, feeling overwhelmed, not having fun. We want to try to remember why we started to do something to begin with and to focus on that joy. Then the time will go by faster, the work will go by a lot easier. Two of Pentacles also comes up when we're too much inside of our head. We're thinking too much inside of our head, and we're thinking too much inside of like what other people might be thinking of us. We got to get outside of our head. We don't know what other people are thinking. We don't want to get overwhelmed with what we think or the ways we think other people are judging us. They might not be judging us at all. So being present, being in the moment, grounding yourself is going to be important for you to continue to have success in what you're doing. Right? Negative ego is going to come in and try to freak us out that we're not good enough, we're not doing things good enough, it's too hard, we bit off more than what we can chew. We don't want to listen to that. Okay, so ground yourself, be in the present moment, and try to make things fun. Try to have fun doing whatever you're doing. Bring in music, bring in a cup of coffee, bring in whatever you can to try to make that moment and make that work enjoyable. Your next card coming up here, Capricorn, is the Two of Swords. Now, Two of Swords can be energy that comes up when we're scared to take action. We're afraid to take action. We're afraid to move forward. We're afraid of the unknown, and we may find ourselves at some kind of an impasse. A lot of the times, Two of Swords comes up because we're hoping something is going to take care of itself. We don't want to deal with it. We're scared to make changes or go in a different direction. So we say, well, maybe if I wait a little bit longer, it'll get better. Let me just give it some time. It might get better. For me, in my readings, Two of Swords usually comes up as a warning. that, look, if you don't take that blindfold off and if you don't get up and start moving, there's gonna be a tower moment, right? Tower moments don't come in to punish us, right? And I know sometimes when this message comes up, people get very angry at me in the comments. Guys, understand something, right? I can only give you the messages that are coming in, and these are not being brought to you like to scare you or to discourage you. The tower moment is actually a very loving thing that happens for us. If you know anything about the order of the major arcana cards, the tower follows the devil. The devil comes up when we're stuck in a situation, when we're trapped. So spirit comes in to get us unstuck, to get us untrapped, and brings in the tower, right? It's like a cosmic prison break of sorts. So it's not like the universe is trying to break you or teach you a lesson or be mean to you. The universe and your angels and guides are like, look, we need to keep you on track. We need to keep you on time. We're spending too much time in this situation. We've been, giving you hints and clues and signs and trying to help you move forward. And, we understand that maybe that's scary for you, but we can't wait anymore. We got to get you moving along. The tower doesn't come in to destroy you or to ruin you. It comes in to keep you on track. And it comes in to free you from negative situations where you're feeling stuck or feeling powerless. Now, I know the tower might not feel good, and that's why the Two of Swords comes up to give us a heads up. Like, look, you need to get moving, because this thing that you think is going to change or this thing that you think is going to get better, it's not. The writing is on the wall. You got to pay attention to it. We're going to pull some cards here around love and romance and see what messages are coming in here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising around love and romance. Messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising around love and romance, please. Please show us clarifier 1. Please show us clarifier 2. Please show us clarifier 3. Alright, so for clarifier 1, my darlings, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay? Now, Six of Pentacles also came up for Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra because this was one of their love cards. And not necessarily, but it could be. Six of Pentacles is universal flow, right? So there could be something here where some of you might be finding yourself in a relationship or with a partner where there's reciprocal effort. Maybe in the past you feel like you've always been the one giving, or you've always been the one keeping things together. This is going to be someone who's equally invested. This is someone who's going to be putting in as much as you're putting in. Okay, so there's a flow here. There's a flow here that's coming up here between the two of you, and being able to move forward and being able to make things work. There's this give and take. This is a relationship of give and take. I do feel for a lot of you that this is someone that has a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak, and is busy with a lot of things. Especially if this is like the beginning or a new relationship. If you're in a place where you guys, like, it's too soon to be exclusive, this could be a little bit challenging for some of you, in that you might feel a little bit triggered, like it might be triggering feelings of, people being too busy for you, or like you not being important. But I do feel like this is someone who's taking time to reassure you that they're here, that they're not going anywhere. They are invested. They're not ignoring you. They're not putting you on the back burner. I feel like some of you, for some reason, are like terrified of like getting ghosted. I don't feel this person would do that for you. Or to you, I should say. I don't feel that this is someone with bad intentions or someone who's pretending to care. I really feel like this is someone who's coming in and maybe even being very generous with you. And for some reason, I'm getting a feeling or a sense of like mentoring. This person's like coming in almost like a mentor in some way, like helping you to reach certain goals, or like bring out certain talents. I'm feeling a very kind, very loving energy from it, right? And this person is invested. This person is taking this seriously. This person is giving you their time and attention and energy. Okay, you might feel a little bit triggered, like, well, I don't know, there's all these other people and I don't know if there's gonna be enough for me. And like this person, I don't think this is someone who's gonna leave you hanging. Okay. Now if it's a new relationship, and you're getting overwhelmed, just a little bit of a heads up. This could, like, suffocate it before it even begins, if you're like coming in with this energy of like, well, you know don't do this and don't do that, and I don't like you talking to this person, I don't like talking to that person, and why'd you like this picture and why'd you like that picture. That's gonna like suffocate it. So like, just give it time. Those of you who are in something very new, those of you in a more long-term relationship, this person, obviously, if you're in a long-term committed relationship, it's not that they're going to be paying attention to other people, but they might have a lot of other things going on in their life. But I do feel like they're making time for you. Give them a chance to prove themselves. Give them a chance to show you that they're making time for you. Your next card here is the Magician. Okay, this could be Gemini and or Virgo energy. There could be a Gemini or a Virgo in the mix for some of you. Keep in mind, this could be their moon or their rising sign. There could be a Gemini or a Virgo that's influencing the relationship or the situation, because for some reason I feel like this Magician energy is coming in and like moving things, or like causing things to happen. So for some reason I feel like there's a Gemini or a Virgo that has a big impact on what's happening in this relationship. Typically I don't get that feeling. I don't typically get the feeling of somebody else coming into the situation. If you are dating someone who's a Gemini or a Virgo, or has a Gemini or Virgo placement, I have to tell you, for me, when a major arcana card comes up between two people and it's like one of their zodiac signs for the two people, it tells me that the relationship is going to have to go in their time frame. It's going to have to go in their way. You can't rush it. It's not going to happen before they're ready for it. And this might be someone, not might be, it is someone who needs to take the lead. Like, that's the only way they know how to have a relationship. That might not be something that all of you want, and that's okay, right? But if you do want this to work, I feel, Capricorn, this is a situation where you're going to have to follow this person's lead. You're going to have to follow their lead. They're not going to bend. They're not going to compromise on certain things that you might be wanting them to compromise. So there could be a bit of a power struggle here. And because this is a major arcana card, this is what you guys are meant to learn from each other, is to be in the flow. To be in the flow of like give and take. There could be power struggles here in this relationship. I also feel, for some reason, like there's something happening in the spirit world around this. So if you are a person that believes in like doing love spells, if you're somebody who's like of a Wiccan tradition, or any other tradition, or maybe just you're into like spells and calling in spirit and lighting candles, I feel for some reason there's something happening spiritually around this person and around this relationship, that if there's any kind of attempt to influence it, it's gonna get shut down. So like, if you were to do a spell on it, you would get the opposite of what you're asking for. Don't try to outsmart spirit and say, well, then I'm going to do an opposite spell so I can get what I want. No. Don't get into that game. But I just feel there's a lot of spiritual protection here. Okay? And like, a lot of you might be dealing with someone that has a lot of spirits around them. A lot of spirits around them. And there's something happening here with their life path. There's something happening here with their lessons. You have to let them live it. You have to let them have the experience. If you try to alter it in any way, like to get things to move your way when you want, this person's spirits aren't going to allow you in their life if you try to do that. Okay, some of you don't like that and don't want to hear that, but that's the message that's coming in, and that's the message that I have to share. I got to listen to my boss, right? If my boss tells me to say something, I have to say it. Your next card coming up here is the Queen of Wands. This could be fire sign energy. So fire sign could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It can also be temptation. Okay, it can be temptation. Some of you might be breaking out of a cycle. Maybe you found yourself a few times in situations where you are the third party. Sometimes the Queen of Wands can come into a love relationship or love situation where there's like a third party energy. So pay attention to your gut. If it feels like third party, pay attention to that and give yourself permission to bow out before you get too invested if you don't want that. Queen of Wands could also indicate that this is more of like a lover relationship. Your lives might not be on the same paths, so to speak. However, there could be a strong past life connection here, and there's a strong sense of like empowerment. Like there's a lot of gifts to be had in this interaction. If you can be open about the timing of it, the time frame of it, and where it's going, you stand to gain a lot from this relationship in terms of gifts that are like getting you ahead in life, bringing out skills, bringing out talents, making you a more confident person, making you someone who's feeling cute and feisty and powerful. Okay, there's an opportunity here for a lot of empowerment if you can allow yourself to ride the ride instead of trying to control it. Okay, because of the fact that we have the Queen of Wands here, for me in my readings, a lot of the times when I have the Queen of Wands or the King of Wands, that doesn't always like scream marriage for me or moving in together, but it can be a very affectionate, very loving, very passionate relationship that can bring about a lot of really good things. Okay, for some of you, you might be collaborating with this person in some kind of way. Maybe you guys are working on some project together and there's this chemistry. I'm not allowed to say the word that starts with S, right? I get in trouble with YouTube when I do, so it rhymes with lectual. We'll make up a word. There might be a lot of lectual chemistry here, or what do you call it? What do they call it? Tension, right? Lectual tension here between the two of you. So it might not, it might not be what you're wanting it to be. It might not be going where you're wanting it to go, but it is what it is. And it is happening to kind of help you see yourself in a new light and to see like the power and the gifts that you possess, right? I feel that this is something that can really allow you to really kind of blossom and bloom here. Should you decide to go for that ride, you might decide that you don't want to, okay? But this definitely is not something that you're going to be able to steer. This is something that is meant to be experienced. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com, you can schedule a private reading with me there. A lot of people have told me somebody is pretending to be me, emailing, messaging, saying that if you send money that they have a really important message that are going to get to you right away. I don't do that, guys. I don't go around messaging people asking them for money. I never have. I never will. Calendly is the only way to schedule with me. So if you were interested in that, be sure to schedule through calendly.com/amethystangelite. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week, my dears. Take care.